All right, we've got another question. A lot of people have this one or are thinking about it since they're in the media a lot. Barbara from New Hampshire asks, tell me about fats. Specifically, what happens to trans fat when it's ingested? Does the body turn it into something, or does it just accumulate? Does it ever get eliminated in the body? Well, like sodium, fat has been blamed for a lot of things, and not all fats are created equal. So trans fats specifically are human generated. They don't really naturally occur in any real substantial amount in foods that are naturally growing. So these are fats that have been chemically altered in a lab where they've changed their chemical configuration or structural configuration. Like if you remember some chemistry, you've got little atoms that are bound in particular directions of linkages. And the trans orientation of these particular chemical bonds is different than what you would find in most naturally occurring foods. So what does that mean for our body? Well, it means that the body has a hard time recognizing it because it doesn't really occur naturally. So it's like a foreign substance. And what does our body do with foreign substances? Well, it tries to break them down. That's what it does with a lot of chemicals of sorts that we get exposed to through the environment. And what organ's primarily doing that? Your liver. So the trouble is, of course, it's not a very easy job for the liver. How well does it occur? That probably depends on the individual person to some extent and how taxed is their liver. So if you're having quite a lot of them, it tends to make the liver inflamed. You can have fatty liver develop because it's not able to process all these through. So some may get eliminated, some may not. Depends on your metabolic processing ability, how the health of your liver is. So that's why they've become banned in restaurants across the country, why we're eliminating them from a lot of packaged foods, because they do us no good and they're directly connected to heart disease, cardiovascular problems, etc. We don't need them. They don't naturally occur. They're not healthy for us. In contrast to a lot of the good, healthy, monounsaturated fats, omega-3 fatty acids, etc. Those things are very different. We like those in adequate amounts in the diet, very health promoting. So knowing what fats are or aren't naturally occurring, if they're serving purposes or not, can really help you decipher, whether you should be worried about a particular fat or not.